Darlings, long time no see, huh? Long time no see. I know it's been a while since I was able to sit down and make a full-on long video for you on YouTube. I don't think I've had a longer break in a long time, but you know, I've been doing so much short form videos because of my trip to Dubai, and it was for me so much easier to show each collection that came out from each brand in a reel, in a short, because to be honest, first of all, I didn't really record horizontally much, and I really don't like putting long videos where everything is like a small bracket of video. I just don't like that format. So I hope you enjoy my shorts from Dubai, because there I show you all the new releases from so many different brands. Some are new ones that I discovered. I never worked with them before, so that's quite exciting. But today we are going to start very chill. I'm going to show you 3 different, very new vanilla fragrances from a brand, MAISON ASRAR. And, you know, I've been just sent these products. I'm not like paid by them or anything. But I have a lot to say about that, so I'm gonna do a full video about them 3, because one is super viral, and I think the other 2 deserve more virality, if that makes sense. Also, I have a couple of like live updates. First of all, I need to tell you that I got new rings from Jeulia jewelry, and I've never been a heart-shaped kind of a girl when it comes to jewelry or anything really. I'm not that into heart-shaped, you know, even my necklaces are all like animals or evil eyes, you know, that kind of a thing. But this new collection, I think it's a collaboration with someone, correct me if I'm wrong, but I love this. So this is one ring, and it kind of is like a double layered ring, and it does have a heart, and it's so pretty. It looks like a crown, like a tiara. I really like it, and I chose it myself, and I'm in love with the heart shapes now. And same with this one. I have 2 rings here. So this one is just like a, also Jeulia jewelry eternity band, and then there's this one, and they have massive sales at the moment. And you also have my discount code, so check it out. I think at the moment they have like 20% off anything on the website, including this collection. Check out Jeulia jewelry, because I've been wearing them for 6 years now, and this is like my go-to shop when it comes to rings. Rings, Jeulia. I don't know if you are like that as well, but for jewelry, I have specific stores for specific jewelry pieces. Like for necklaces, I usually go kind of vintage, like going to proper jewelers in Poland, and I browse through what they have for gold. I think earrings, I would say She Said Yes. It's my main thing. It's like a sister brand to Jeulia, but they do precious gold, precious metals and diamonds. So She Said Yes is like my go-to for earrings. I have another one for bracelets, and for rings, it's always Jeulia. Always, always, always. So yeah, these are this is also from Jeulia, my thumb ring. It's so pretty and so dainty. So check them out. And what else? What else? I'm still on my hair journey, and they're looking better than ever. I love my hair at the moment. If you want my full-on hair care routine, because it's very particular, I would love to tell you all about it, but let me know in the comments if you even want to watch it. I would love to do it, like take everything out of my shower and out of my hair drawers and show you what I use to have them grown so strong and so luscious and so thick after a huge mishap I've had after bleaching and cutting them short. You guys remember that period. It's not my period, okay? It was not my period of hair to be shown, but now I'm happy. And also, first thing, I thought I would tell you today, because I really wanted to like complain. I wanted to tell you how bad this powder is, this new powder from Lancôme. It is the Skin Refining Setting Powder, and I have it in a pink shade. But actually, I changed my mind. It's a really good powder. At first, I thought it's too, like, hard panned. But no, when you use it with a powder puff, that's the only powder I have on my face, and it actually is very nice. So I highly do recommend that. I do recommend this powder. I will link it in my makeup link below, if I don't forget. But yeah, the pink powder from Lancôme, very good one if you use it with this kind of a thing, you know, this powder puff. Okay, that's it. That's it. I think I wanted to say that. Oh, last one thing. I've been getting questions about my brow bone, which is quite funny. But I guess I have to address it at this point because people have been asking me if I shave my brows and draw them higher than they really are. And no, that's not the case. Unfortunately, I have like these, I don't know if something's wrong with my lymphatic system or it is just a muscle. But as you can see, if I put my brow up, this also goes up. Same here. I think in here it's even stronger. So that's that. I cannot change it. And also this bone here, like here, I've always had it. And my brows have been where they are all my life. So yeah, if you have a solution to kind of do something about this muscle slash vein, because it really is annoying. I have to admit, it is annoying, but it happened as I grew older. I think I've had it for like 2 years now. These like prominent muscle contractions. I don't know how to even call it, but no, I didn't shave my brow and put them higher. It doesn't make any sense. It's just my eye structure. Unfortunately, I have very, very prominent bones around my eye. And also my eyes are big. So there's nothing I can do. It all just looks very prominent. So that's that. Yeah, I had to address it because I had many questions about it. Weird, I know for some of you it's weird. Okay, but I'm just answering the piling questions. So yeah, that's that. And now we're moving on these 3 vanillas that again are new. They're all from Maison Asrar. And again, I think 2 of them should be way more hyped up than they are. And one that's super hyped up, I'm not like crazy about it. So let's start with that. It is Vanilla Aura. And I have to say the bottle is very nice, a little bit vintagey, but very nice. You know, as little craziness going on a bottle, the more happy I am, basically. Vanilla Aura is supposed to be a dupe for super expensive Guerlain fragrance, which is Vanilla Planifolia, and it is their exclusive line, okay, in those beautiful bottles. And that fragrance costs 400 euros as far as I checked recently, because I was this close to buying it at the airport in Dubai as I was leaving to Poland. I had it in my hand. I was literally walking towards the cashier counter at this little Guerlain booth that they have at Dubai airport. But then a phone rang. It was a very, very stressful situation. And I had to like be on the phone, and I was very like into what was going on over the phone, and I had to leave it, and then it was time for me to board, so I just didn't come back for it. I know, like bad luck, but at the same time, would I be super happy with myself spending so much money on a small bottle of Guerlain fragrance? I'm not sure. So maybe it was a blessing in disguise. And then literally as I came back, this came to my house. So this one, it is a little bit similar. Yes, I do agree. However, I would say the best dupe, I cannot even call it that. The most similar fragrance you can get to Vanilla Planifolia is the newest Shalimar from Guerlain, you know, the one with the big Shalimar name on it. This is really similar to Vanilla Planifolia to me. This one also quite similar, but I would say it's like 50-50. 50% Vanilla Planifolia and 50% of their own twist. It's still a very nice fragrance. I still really like it and I will definitely use it. However, I wouldn't say it's a vanilla for everyone. It's definitely not a vanilla for everyone, just like this Shalimar, even though I love it and I'm gonna review it for you soon. It's not a vanilla for everyone because both of them lean quite vintagey. Definitely vintagey. So this one has bergamot, lemon and lily of the valley, vanilla, caramel and chocolate. And in the dry down, you've got again a vanilla, sandalwood, amber and tonka. So I would say it's a medium complexity for a vanilla, right? It's not super straightforward vanilla, but also not extremely complex like some on the market. Now with Vanilla Planifolia is the X-Sweat 21. It's even less complex, but the notes inside are so potent and resinous and complex in themselves that it seems way more structured than this one, because in Guerlain version we have vanilla, spices, oponax, amber and musk. So you might think, oh, this is way simpler of a note structure, but actually when you smell it, those ingredients play with each other so differently, and they, you know, change in time on your skin so much that it actually is okay, you can say quite straightforward vanilla, but at the same time it has so many different facets. Now this one for me is definitely more zesty, lemony because of the top. For me it's also way more airy, and you have quite a bit of that slightly floral, like this lily of the valley is definitely detectable to me, and that's what makes it a little bit vintage. And after a while, instead of that I don't want to say oriental vanilla, but you know, vanilla that's going into kind of a luscious, resinous, oponax feel to it, like Guerlain. This one goes more into your typical gourmand vanilla fragrance that has caramel to it, that has musk to it, and a little bit of that chocolate and tonka. For me, this is way lighter than Guerlain. And with Guerlain, I have to say I have very mixed feelings when it comes to longevity, because when I sprayed it on myself a couple of times already, every time at the airports, I would smell it until I land and shower on the spot, right? I don't want to say on the spot, it's not the word. When I settle in the place that I go to, okay? So for me, it is quite long lasting. I cannot complain, it's fine. But there are some people like, I think Daniel Rene, he even told it to me, that it's so expensive and it doesn't really last on him at all. Or he's completely anosmic to it, which can happen, but at the same time, there are not many notes in there that you could really get anosmic to. You know, you usually get anosmic to certain musk or ambroxan, ambrofixes, etc, etc. With Vanilla Planifolia, you don't really have, you know, a chance to get that anosmic to it. So maybe he's actually right and it is not long lasting on him at all. It can happen. Now with this one, I would say the longevity is very good. All day longevity. But for me, it has a very lily of the valley vibe to it, which leans quite vintage. It does lean vintage. For me, it's like vanilla, some citruses at the top, but mainly vanilla mixed with lily of the valley and caramel. If you like that vibe, you will love it. It's definitely more artificial smelling than the original. The original really does smell extremely photorealistic, natural. You know, they really use good ingredients in there. It's a hefty price. Is it worth it? No, they're not paying that much for gathering those ingredients. It's really not that. The only thing is that vanilla planifolia has to sit for a long time in jars. That's the only thing. They have to have time to let this ingredient macerate, and that's the actual maceration. When a fragrance is in the bottle, it's maturation, okay? It matures like wine. Always remember that. When the fragrance is already in the bottle, it doesn't macerate anymore. Maceration is the extraction of the scent from something, okay? You can, for example, macerate ham. If it comes to food, you can macerate food so it tastes good when you eat it. And that's the finished product, right? So this is our ham ready. It doesn't macerate. Now it only maturates, like wine, when it's put in the bottles. I hope I make sense. I'm a little bit all over the place with that explanation, but I hope I make sense to you. Now, this one, I would say it's still very nice, but for me, it does lean vintage. It does lean vintage, and I feel like nobody says it. As far as I looked online, nobody says it, and it does lean very vintage. Even more vintage than Vanilla Planifolia. I would say comparable vintaginess to Shalimar. And I would say even this new Shalimar is a bit more modern, in my opinion, to my nose. So yeah, it's good, but there are two that are better, in my opinion. And let's start with the first one from the same line. This is Vanilla Seduction. Again, very nice bottle, I have to say. And this one is actually very similar to our beloved Kayali Vanilla 28, but it does have their own twist. I would say this is kind of a mixture between Vanilla 28 and maybe the Byredo with the plum, right? I think it's Vanille Antique. Yeah, it's Vanille Antique. I would say it's like a mixture between Vanille Antique and Kayali Vanilla 28. And this one is phenomenal. This one is really good. For me, it's even more potent than Vanilla Aura. In my opinion, it is more potent. And this one I really, really love. This one I really, really love. This is like you mixed Vanilla 28 with aspects of Vanille Antique from Byredo. It's also a little bit fresher at the top comparing to the two. This one is lovely. In here you have jasmine, plum, and lily of the valley, brown sugar, vanilla caramel. They love their caramel. Amber, tonka, musk, and patchouli. Some people also compare it to patchouli royal, also from Kayali. And I do agree. In some aspects, it's a little bit similar as well. So you can even think of mixing these three fragrances and putting them into one bottle. It's like Vanilla 28, Royal Sugar Patchouli, and Vanille Antique from Byredo put in one bottle. And I have to say, this one is phenomenal. I love it way more than I love Vanilla Aura. I'm just being honest with you. If I had to choose for myself, I would choose this one. This one is still very good, but for me, it's just a lot of that Lily of the Valley. Okay, it's a lot of it, and it leans quite vintage, at least on my skin, almost going slightly dusty vintage. So that aspect I don't really love. Overall, great vanilla for amazing price, but when it comes to my personal preference, I much prefer Vanilla Seduction. Much prefer it. And just like Vanilla Aura, it lasts all day. So they both very long lasting. They both project very nicely. This one is your vintage vanilla, I would call it. And this one is your very seductive, sexy, sugared vanilla patchouli scent, which I personally adore. So that is Vanilla Seduction. And I would honestly say, get this. Get this. If you are debating, I would definitely suggest this one over Vanilla Aura. But this is just, you know, my personal opinion. You guys know I adore Kayali Vanilla 28. I really like Vanille Antique. And I'm starting to really like Sugar Patchouli, which I didn't love at first. But, you know, as time goes by and there is more and more of that vanilla, patchouli, sugary structure going on the market, I'm starting to appreciate it more and more. So yeah, for me, Vanilla Seduction. If you want a good alternative for Vanilla Planifolia, it's not going to be the same. It's like 50-50. This is still very decent. But for me, I just prefer the other one. And now the third one, guys. The third one, it might go very under the radar for you, especially when you read the notes on Fragrantica. To be very honest, I'm even scared to read them to you because they do not seem right, but maybe they are. This is Tornado from, again, Maison Asrar. And this, guys, is the sweetest version possible of Baby Cat from YSL. This is your straight up Baby Cat from YSL DNA, but made super duper sweet and sugary. There's almost no peppery aspect. There's almost nothing resinous, leathery. It is just sweetness. So just think of that same vanilla that you have in Baby Cat, but made super, super sweet, gooey, sweet, girly, flirty, yummy, okay? This is like your Baby Cat for sweet fragrance lovers. This one is phenomenal. I personally absolutely love it. And again, nobody talks about this. Oh yeah, it's like Baby Cat with added fruits. Baby Cat with fruits, okay? So in here you have saffron, davana, peach and lychee, and you definitely get that peachy, slightly fizzy aspect. Osmanthus, that also gives you even sweeter of a peach effect. And then it gets more into that Baby Cat. You have incense, cashmere, vanilla, cedarwood, tonka, and musk. This fragrance is incredible. I have so many different schmoops and alternatives to Baby Cat. I even made a video about it before I even knew this existed. I have so many from Arabian brands, but also from niche brands. Like, you know, Baby Cat, but make it more saffrony. Baby Cat, but make it less sweet, even less sweet than Baby Cat. So yeah, etc, etc. There's so many options. But this one is definitely the juiciest and the sweetest. So if you love the vanilla that is in Baby Cat, that, you know, smoky, cashmere-y, quite woody, incensey vanilla, and you want to have it with very, very sweet, peachy, juicy aspect of quite tropical fruits, but not too tropical, more peachy than this. This is so good. I don't know why people don't talk about it. This is like, again, this is like Baby Cat with fresh peaches. It's amazing. It's truly, truly amazing. I love it to bits. It lasts very well all day, just like these other two. This is so amazing. I feel like Maison Asrar in general makes very good vanillas. Okay, in general, they make very good vanillas. But this one, I think, might be their best one. Because, you know, it does give you a popular DNA that's very, very craved by people. A lot of us, but it gives you something different, a very different aspect that no Baby Cat alternative has, which is fresh, super juicy. You almost smell a peach that's, you know, squeezed in your hand and the juice is running. That's the effect it has. It's so good. I personally adore this. So Tornado, amazing. And I want to tell you that apart from Tornado, they also have a different vanilla fragrance in this kind of a bottle, and it's called Vadi, and it's in a green bottle. I don't have it, but just so you know, there is another fragrance to this collection. It's called Vadi, and it's also a vanilla-based fragrance. Yeah, sweet vanilla, coconut, tropical, and it's supposed to be similar to Le Beau from Jo Pont Gaultier, which is very nice with, you know, more masculine, but also very nice. But this one, Tornado, I love. Love, 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 love. Guys, I talked so much about just 3 fragrances. It's insane, but I also wanted to, like, tell you, like, random bits and bobs because we haven't seen each other for a while. And I'm a talker. When I sit in front of the camera, I talk a lot. I know. I'm trying to get better, but yeah. All these fragrances, I will make sure you have a discount code for. They're all good. My definite favorite is Tornado, and my number 2 is Vanilla Seduction. I still like Vanilla Aura, but on my skin, it gets quite vintagey and a little bit dusty, at least for the first 30 minutes. It goes away after a while, and then it's a beautiful vanilla, and it gets more similar to Vanilla Panifolia after a while. But still, I would personally choose these 2 over that super viral one. So that's what I wanted to tell you. I think... honestly, whichever you get, you'll be happy. But I would say this one is the least versatile, actually. This one, because it leans vintage and there's so much Lily of the Valley here, it's actually the least versatile. And I think you will be way safer with Tornado or even Vanilla Seduction. So... okay, safe it is. Safe it is. Alright guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching and welcome back. Welcome back. I'm so happy to be back and we see each other in the next video very soon. I'm not skipping the beat now and we will probably have some sort of vlogmas. As you guys know, I have 2 channels now. And the channel that I have with my boyfriend is in Polish, but it's fully dubbed into many languages. So check it out if you want to see his very funny opinions of many fragrances. Check us out. I'm going to link it as well. And yeah, see you in my next one. Bye.